These young people are so rare that they are only born once every 1,000 years. Each one carries a gift, a condition, or a talent that sets them apart from millions of others. Today, you will meet young people with such bizarre abilities that you will leave this video extremely shocked. Are you curious? Join us and let's go. Number 17. Lena Medina. In 1939, a medical case shocked the world when a 5-year-old Peruvian girl named Lena Medina gave birth to a healthy baby boy by cesarean section. This extraordinary and deeply troubling case remains the youngest documented case of motherhood in medical history. Lena's parents initially brought her to doctors concerned about what they thought was a tumor in her abdomen. Medical professionals were stunned to discover she was actually 7 months pregnant. Further examination revealed that Lena had fully mature sexual organs due to a condition called precocious puberty, which causes sexual development to begin abnormally early. On May 14, 1939, Lena delivered a healthy 6-pound baby boy who was named Gerardo after the doctor who delivered him. The cesarean section was necessary because Lena's pelvis was too small for natural childbirth. Number 16. Nilanchi Patel. For most people, hair growing past the shoulders already feels like a lot of maintenance. Now imagine having hair that reaches your ankles and keeps growing. Nilanchi Patel knows this reality all too well. This teenager broke world records with her incredibly long locks, which ultimately reached an astonishing 6 feet 6.7 inches in length. Nilanchi's hair journey began at age 6, following a bad experience at a hairdresser. The traumatic haircut prompted a decision that would change her life. She refused to cut her hair again. This childhood choice led to 12 years of continuous growth, with her hair eventually becoming her identity and lucky charm. By age 16, Nilanchi's hair measured 5 feet 7 inches, already earning her a spot in the record books. 2 years later, the final measurement showed her hair had grown nearly a foot longer. The maintenance routine must have been intense. Just imagine the shampoo costs and drying time. Number 15. Anastasia Shpagina. The digital world exploded when Anastasia Shpagina burst onto social media in 2012. At just 19 years old, this Ukrainian teen amassed tens of thousands of Facebook followers and millions of YouTube subscribers, all captivated by her extraordinary transformation techniques. While makeup tutorials flood the internet daily, Anastasia's approach stands completely apart, blurring the line between reality and animation. Her signature style revolves around anime aesthetics, meticulously crafted eye makeup enlarges, and reshapes her eyes to mimic Japanese animation characters, while her brightly colored hair completes the illusion. Standing at just 5 feet 2 inches, Anastasia took her commitment further by maintaining her weight at a mere 84 pounds to achieve the slender proportions typical of anime figures. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day, but to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 14. Ella Harper. Born in Hendersonville, Tennessee shortly after the Civil War, Ella Harper entered the world with an extremely rare condition that reversed her knee joints. This unusual physical characteristic forced her to develop a distinctive walking style. Moving on all fours became more comfortable than traditional bipedal locomotion. In an era fascinated by human oddities, Ella's condition quickly caught attention. By age 12, she became known as the Camel Girl and traveled with circus shows across America. Despite the demeaning title and challenging circumstances performing alongside actual camels, Ella earned substantial income, $200 weekly, an impressive sum in the 1880s. This financial independence allowed her to purchase a home and maintain control over her circumstances during a time when women had few options. Ella harbored dreams beyond the circus spotlight. After a year touring, she abandoned show business to pursue education back in Tennessee. Though records of her later life remain sparse, Documents confirm she married Robert Savely and gave birth to a daughter. Number 13. Khalid Mohsen al-Sheri. Not all records are ones you'd aspire to hold. For Khalid Mohsen al-Sheri, his Guinness World Record represented a dangerous health crisis rather than an achievement. At just 17 years old, Khalid became known as the world's heaviest teenager, weighing an almost unbelievable 1,344 pounds. Khalid's situation was so extreme that he became physically trapped in his bedroom for 3 years, unable to leave under his own power. His rescue required extraordinary measures. A portion of his home had to be demolished to create an opening, large enough for him to be removed. Special equipment was brought in to winch him out safely. Number 12. Cameron Cole. Cameron Cole processes information unlike anyone else. At 17, this British teenager demonstrated memorization abilities, medical researchers classified as unprecedented. During standardized testing, Cameron accurately recalled the precise position and orientation of over 400 abstract symbols after viewing them for just 60 seconds, exceeding previous documented records by substantial margins. Cameron's extraordinary memory first manifested during early childhood. His parents noted his ability to recite entire bedtime stories verbatim after single readings and recall precise details of conversations from months earlier. Neurological examination revealed Cameron possesses hyperthymesia, an extremely rare condition creating essentially perfect autobiographical memory, combined with elements of eidetic photographic memory, typically limited to visual information. Number 11. Corey Bennett. Indiana native. Corey Bennett transformed a rare genetic condition into viral fame through pure creativity. Born with cleidocranial dysplasia, a disorder affecting approximately 1 in a million people, Corey lacks collarbones, the rigid bones that normally prevent shoulder blades from touching. Instead of hiding this unusual physical trait, he showcased it to the world through social media. Dubbing himself the king of shoulder clapping, Corey began posting videos demonstrating his unique ability to bring his shoulder blades together behind his back, creating a distinctive clapping sound. His initial goal was straightforward: keep clapping until fame arrived. The strategy worked brilliantly, with his TikTok account quickly amassing over 160,000 followers and millions of views across his videos. Number 10. Hannah Kritzek. When Hannah Kritzek celebrated her 16th birthday in 2011, she appeared to enjoy the typical teenage milestones: friends, family support, and pursuing passions. However, Hannah lives with an exceptionally rare form of primordial dwarfism shared by fewer than 200 people worldwide. Standing just over 3 feet tall and weighing approximately 30 pounds, Hannah's physical stature belies her enormous determination and talent. Adopted as an infant by Jackie Kritzek, Hannah's growth patterns quickly raised concerns. Medical testing identified a mutation in her MOP2 gene, diagnosing her with a form of dwarfism previously undocumented in Minnesota. The condition brings serious health challenges. Hannah faces elevated risks of brain aneurysms and required surgical insertion of titanium rods to correct severe scoliosis. Number 9. Liberty Barros. Liberty Barros possesses flexibility that defies anatomical expectations. In 2022, this extraordinary teenager secured a Guinness World Record through a movement sequence so complex it required naming: the Liberty Lowdown. The record-breaking feat demands touching her ribcage to the ground before transitioning through a squat position into a backbend, a sequence Liberty completed 11 consecutive times. The biomechanical requirements for such movement exceed normal human ranges of motion across multiple joints simultaneously. While many athletes develop significant flexibility in isolated body regions, Liberty's comprehensive hypermobility enables contortions combining chest, spine, hip, and leg positions in configurations physically impossible for nearly everyone else. Number 8. Louis Braille. Blinded in a childhood accident at age 3, Louis Braille entered the Royal Institute for Blind Youth in Paris at 10 years old, already demonstrating exceptional intelligence. The school's founder had developed a rudimentary system of raised dots representing 36 basic sounds, intended for military night communications. While ingenious, this night writing system proved impractically complex for everyday reading. At just 15, Braille revolutionized this concept through radical simplification. He reduced the cumbersome 12-dot cells to 6 dots arranged in 2 columns of 3, creating 64 possible combinations, sufficient to represent the entire alphabet plus punctuation and mathematical symbols. The teenage inventor understood that finger sensitivity could more efficiently process smaller patterns, enabling substantially faster reading speeds. Number 7. Malala Yousafzai. When the Taliban banned girls' education in Pakistan's Swat Valley, 11-year-old Malala Yousafzai refused to surrender her right to learn. Using the pseudonym Gul Makai, she began documenting educational restrictions through a BBC blog, providing rare first-hand accounts of life under extremist rule. As her voice grew more prominent, Malala began speaking openly despite escalating threats. On October 9, 2012, at 15, Malala's school bus was stopped by Taliban gunmen who asked for her by name before shooting her in the head. The assassination attempt triggered international outrage and propelled her recovery into global headlines. Rather than retreating from advocacy after surviving, Malala amplified her message, establishing the Malala Fund supporting girls' education initiatives worldwide. Number 6. William James Sidis. Harvard professors stood amazed as 11-year-old William James Sidis delivered a sophisticated lecture on 4-dimensional mathematics to the university's mathematical club in 1909. Born to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants in New York City, Sidis demonstrated unprecedented intellectual development from infancy. By 18 months, he read the New York Times. By 8, he had mastered 8 languages and invented another he called Vendergood. William entered Harvard at 11, becoming the youngest person ever admitted. Contemporary accounts describe his mathematical abilities as beyond measurement by any existing intelligence test. By age 16, he had produced groundbreaking work in cosmology, anticipating aspects of black hole theory decades before mainstream science developed similar concepts. Number 5. Ben Underwood. Ben Underwood developed a superpower most people don't even know exists. The teenager from Elk Grove, California mastered human echolocation, a technique that allowed him to navigate the world without sight, using sound instead of eyes. Unlike most blind people who use canes or guide dogs, Ben relied on clicking sounds he made with his tongue. These clicks would bounce off objects in his environment, creating echoes that his brain processed as a kind of sound map. Number 4. Lalit Patidar. Lalit Patidar lives with a condition so rare that only about 50 cases have been documented since the Middle Ages. Known medically as hypertrichosis, but commonly called werewolf syndrome, this condition causes abnormal hair growth across his entire face and body. The resemblance to the mythical creature is unmistakable. Diagnosed at age 6, Lalit's condition actually began much earlier. Doctors noticed the unusual hair growth immediately after his birth and shaved him before his parents took him home. As a baby, his excessive hair growth continued, but it wasn't until he was 6 that Lalit himself realized he was different from his peers. Number 3. Aurelian Heyman. Try this exercise. What were you wearing exactly 1 year ago today? What was the weather like? Who did you talk to? Most people would find these questions impossible to answer with certainty. For Aurelian Heyman, however, such details are instantly accessible. Aurelian has hyperthymesia, an extremely rare condition that gives him perfect autobiographical memory. Only about 20 people worldwide have been diagnosed with this condition, making Aurelian truly one in a million. His memory capabilities became evident when he was just 11 years old. By age 20, Aurelian's memory abilities had become truly astonishing. Give him any date after his 11th birthday, and he could instantly recall what clothes he wore, what he ate, who he interacted with, and even the weather conditions. While most of us experience memories as fragmented or faded impressions, Aurelian's recollections remain crystal clear, as if he's watching a perfect video recording. Number 2. Jacob Barnett. Most kids struggle with basic algebra, but Jacob Barnett was tackling advanced astrophysics before he could drive. This extraordinary teen has an IQ of 170, higher than Albert Einstein's estimated score. Jacob's journey to becoming a physics prodigy had an unexpected beginning. As a toddler, Jacob was diagnosed with autism, and doctors predicted he might never learn to tie his shoes. His parents were told he would likely need special care for his entire life. Those predictions couldn't have been more wrong. By age 3, Jacob was solving 5,000-piece puzzles. By 8, he had moved beyond high school math and was attending college classes. At just 10 years old, Jacob began developing his own theories in astrophysics. By 12, he became the youngest person ever accepted to Indiana University Purdue University Indianapolis, where he conducted research that professors described as groundbreaking. His work focused on aspects of Einstein's theory of relativity. Number 1. Akrit Jaswal. Most 7-year-olds are still mastering basic arithmetic, but Akrit Jaswal was performing surgery. This Indian medical prodigy performed his first surgical procedure at an age when most children are still learning to tie their shoelaces. Born in 1993 in a small village in Himachal Pradesh, India, Akrit showed extraordinary intelligence from infancy. By age 5, he was reading Shakespeare and advanced medical textbooks. His reputation as a medical genius spread throughout his region, leading desperate families to seek his help. The surgery that made him famous involved a neighbor's daughter whose fingers had been fused together by burns. Her family couldn't afford proper medical care, so they turned to Akrit. Now, I have a special recommendation for you. You seeing this video that is appearing on the screen? Click on it because I'm sure you'll like it. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.